Um, Good afternoon. One of the speakers said that you are a very quiet audience. Can that be right? Are you having fun? Yes. Shall we do it again? I'm the last one before tea, so let's make this. Are you having fun? Yes. Good. I have a problem. And my problem is this. I don't know if you remember this very good mail shot from Save the Children in October of 2011, I think. And I gave a donation to build a maternity unit, and bless them, in their inimitable way, they're extremely good. They then sent me a thank you card about 4 months later saying, great news, we've built your hospital. The other 2 hospitals are just about to be finished, but in your hospital, it says, we've had the first birth of twins. So I was really pleased. But the trouble is, my problem was, how do I know that those are my twins in my hospital? And being of a certain generation, the wealthy generation, the one that gives you lots of money, I began to be a bit cynical. And you know, our generation is getting cynical. My generation is getting cynical. So how do I know? So how could they convince me? Why on earth did they not, as the first job before they built the hospital, why didn't they put a blooming great pole with a webcam at the top? And it would look down on bare African earth, southern Sudan, and I would have watched my hospital being built. Why not? It's dead easy. How many of you here, hands up, how many of you here go skiing? Yeah? Oh, lots of you. Okay, so before you ski, what do you do for the week? What do I do for the week before I go skiing? I go onto the webcam. Here we are in Val d'Isère, and I look at all those, I won't say it, horrible people using my snow. And I'm looking to see what the snow conditions are like. Well, if I can do that, why can't they put a webcam up to see my hospital being built? Or I was in Oslo 2 weeks ago, just going out to Gardermoen Airport, and in the news, a little bit comes up which says, look and see, at least, I don't know what it says, it says it all in Norwegian. But I get the idea that I can see the departures lounge, and I see people moving about, and I can see it's entirely empty, it'll be a dead good run, no problem at all. They can do that on a moving train. What is it that makes charity folks so inept that we can't do the basic stuff that the commercial world are doing all the time? There's a travel website with 25,970 webcams on it. You can see it. Well, surely we could do 1 or 2, couldn't we? Now, you can't be a voyeur. You can't do that. You can't look at people who are disabled. So you've got to be, there's a limited use of webcams. You can't do voyeurism. On the other hand, buildings, fair game. What about animals? Well, you look at the BBC at the moment and look at Springwatch. How many people are watching Springwatch? Yeah, look at you all. This is webcam 4, and I was watching it, and you know, it's pathetic. That as I watched, the mother blackbird came back, and there she is. 1, 2, 3, oh. But you can do webcam 1, 2, or 3. Now, actually, the RSPB do this. But what about all the other charities? Does Battersea Dogs Home have a webcam looking at the animals? No. Why don't all the animal charities feed? I don't give to animal charities. It wouldn't please me, but it would please hundreds of thousands of people. What about beautiful places? Let me give you a little story about a hospice in Shrewsbury. They have this beautiful memorial garden, and in the middle of it is this copper tree. On every leaf of the tree is a name of somebody who's left a legacy. Now, this tree is in a garden that is beautiful. And if I've lost my wife to cancer in that hospital. We would have walked in the garden the few days before she died. Where is my heart when she dies and I'm at home absolutely miserable, sitting at home on my computer? Why don't they, I said to them, they haven't done it yet, why don't they put a webcam looking down on that garden? You'd have to put a notice up saying, you know, you're on camera now, be careful. But you know, you'd see the tree and it would go in the wind. I would bookmark that. And I would just visit her where she was with me last. What about a head camera on a runner in London Marathon? Why didn't you take me around the London Marathon? If I'm sponsoring a runner, why don't you take me there? What about a cyclist, an abseiler, or whatever? What about watching the dress rehearsal of the ballet company that I can't afford to go to, but I give them a donation? What about the street performance of the local theatre that I support? The number of opportunities is legion. What about watching the hanging of an art exhibition? Do you know how they do it? No, I pay for it. I don't know how they do it. I'd love to see that. Webcams, dead easy. And just a few more ideas, local British Legion. Your university graduation ceremony, Adrian Salmon is going to do it this summer, he says. I've just given him the idea. I've only charged him a few £1,000s, you know, like you do. And these programs, do you watch these things on television? They're gripping television. But why don't the air ambulances stick a webcam on their helicopter as they fly off? Because I'm paying for that helicopter. So my message is very simple. Not just it's tea now, but webcams, let's use them. Thank you very much.